And sometimes my projector kind of goes pink a little bit, so it doesn't change really the image, but if it turns pink, it's just because the projector is kind of glitching a little bit. Alright, so what's going on in this image? Maddie.
He's flying a kite.
Alright, so this figure right here, he's doing an outside activity of flying a kite. What do you see that makes you say he's flying a kite?
Because he's holding the rope up to a kite and the kite is in the air.
Yeah, so the position of the kite and the position of his hand, he's holding the kite, so he's flying a kite. What more can we find? Tinsley. Kinsley, sorry, it's my fault. Kinsley. Yeah, so it looks like the weather conditions are a little windy. What do you see that makes you say that it's windy in this picture?
Usually people fly kites in the wind.
Yeah, a common activity when it is windy out, people get out their kites and they start flying their kite. What more can we find?
I see that boy's flying a kite because it's windy and it's also cloudy.
All right, so you're looking at the cloud cover. So we looked at the wind conditions. We know that it could possibly be windy, but now your eye is drawn to the clouds up here that the weather conditions, it's kind of cloudy. All right, what more can we find? Yes.
I know there's the trees are glowing.
Yeah, so in the center of our picture, it looks like there's trees and it looks like they could possibly be blowing. If it starts turning pink and glitching, we're not going to name that. We're just going to look for more of what's happening in the picture. It happens sometimes. Yes, what more can we find?
I think it's rainy because it kind of looks like he has a rain jacket on.
Okay, so going back to the weather conditions, that possibly we could predict that there's rain, or it's raining, or it's going to rain. And one of the pieces of evidence you had was the clothing that he was wearing. He's wearing a jacket. What more do you see that shows it could possibly be raining, or could rain?
Because the cloud in the corner is dark, and sometimes when clouds are dark, it's gonna rain.
Okay, so looking at weather predicting that possibly the cloud in the upper right-hand corner, the color of it is kind of an indicator that it could possibly be raining. We could do a little weather forecast. All right. Thank you, Maddie. Please go to ABC's website. Yes. What more can we find?
Well, I don't think it's really windy because that's a jacket, and it's sunny and the glass is blowing.
Okay, so you have multiple pieces of evidence to support that you don't think it's raining. The clothes that he is wearing, looking in the background here, and what else did you say?
The glass is blowing.
Oh, so the glass is blowing, that it could possibly go back to that weather condition of windy. Is that right? That you kind of were talking about that it's not rainy, but then you were looking at the grass here that it could possibly be windy as well. All right, what more can we find? Eugenia?
And there's a house.
There's a house. What do you, I'm just checking, are you talking about this figure right here in the center of it, that there's a house? What do you see that makes you say that this is a house?
Because it's right there because it can be like a cabin
All right.
or a house.
So you're hypothesizing that possibly this structure right here could be a house or it could be a cabin, all right?
Or a witch house.
Possibly a witch's house. Let's raise our hand if we have something to say. What more can we find? Scarlett. Charlotte, I'm sorry, I'm off a little bit with my Tinsley. Yes, sorry. All right, can you go back to home base so we can listen to Charlotte? Sorry.
I
Sure.
noticed that the kite
you have two different weather predictions that possibly it's windy because of the kite. And then also your eye was drawn up here to the upper right-hand side of the picture to the cloud, that it could possibly be raining. Boys and girls, what I would like you to do is, you're going to turn and you're gonna go eye to eye and knee to knee with a partner by you. And you are gonna tell them what more that you could find. Go ahead, you're gonna get to share in just a second. So go ahead and turn and talk to a partner. What more can you find? Maddie, she's right here. Can you go right here? So, and then. So what more? Oh, actually, can you turn around? Look, needs a partner. And did you come right here and share? What more can you find? Right here. Charlotte, not Scarlett, Charlotte. Okay. Can you go right here? There you go. Cool. Alright. Can you look at the picture and tell each other what more can you find? What do you see? The sky. Anything else? What more could you find? Flowers. Yeah, it's turned into a sunset. Go ahead and finish your conversations. And I'm gonna ask you again, thinking about, as a meteorologist, looking at this image, what's going on in this image? So go ahead and go back to home base by the count of 3. Maddie, 2. Hold it. 1. In home base, you can put your hands in your lap. And we're gonna just take a quiet moment thinking about, okay, we are meteorologists. We are looking at different things. I wished I could capture this so it did have the pink on it and it would, I don't know if I can capture it on the piece.
Well, freeze frame.
Let's see if we can get it nice and pink. Oh.
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 Oh. How scientific.
I don't know if it will. Sorry, thank you for being patient. I was trying